Imagine a fish so long it could wrap itself around your entire house. Now, picture it with a bright red mohawk and eyes that bug out of its head like a cartoon character. That is the oarfish. But don't let its goofy looks fool you. The oarfish is shrouded in mystery and has been linked to everything from earthquakes to mythical sea serpents. Join us as we delve into the world of the oarfish, unraveling the mysteries that shroud this enigmatic deep-sea dweller. The oarfish is no ordinary fish. Picture a creature that can grow up to 36 feet long. With its serpentine body, brilliant silver scales, and a flamboyant red crest running along its back, the oarfish looks like something straight out of a fantasy novel. But this is no figment of imagination. It's a real animal that swims in our oceans, mostly unseen by human eyes. Imagine being an ancient mariner, your small wooden ship tossed by waves, when suddenly you spot a massive, undulating form in the water. It's not hard to see how tales of sea monsters could arise from such encounters. But the oarfish isn't just visually impressive. Its very name is shrouded in mystery. Some say it's called an oarfish because its long, flat body resembles an oar. Others believe the name comes from the way it seems to row through the water with its long, red pelvic fins. Whatever the origin, the name adds to the creature's mystique. In Japan, the oarfish has an even more intriguing nickname, the messenger from the sea god's palace. This name is tied to an ancient belief that oarfish appearances near the surface are harbingers of earthquakes. While science hasn't found a definitive link, the idea persists in popular culture, adding another layer to the oarfish's legendary status. Let's take a closer look at what makes the oarfish such a unique creature. From its head to its tail, every part of the oarfish seems designed to astound and perplex. Starting at the front, the oarfish has a small head with large, saucer-like eyes. These eyes are perfectly adapted for life in the dim light of the deep sea, allowing the oarfish to spot prey and potential threats in its murky environment. Its mouth is surprisingly small given the fish's overall size, and it lacks teeth. Instead, the oarfish has specially adapted gill rakers that it uses to filter its food from the water. Moving down the body, we come to one of the oarfish's most distinctive features, its dorsal fin. This isn't your average fish fin. The oarfish's dorsal fin runs the entire length of its body, from just behind its head all the way to its tail. At the front of this fin, several elongated rays form a striking crest that looks almost like a crown. These rays are often adorned with reddish spots and flaps of skin, giving the oarfish a regal, almost otherworldly appearance. The oarfish's body is incredibly long and ribbon-like, tapering to a point at the tail. This body shape is perfect for its vertical swimming style, allowing it to undulate through the water with minimal effort. The fish's skin is covered in a silvery reflective substance called guanine, which helps it blend in with the surrounding water, providing camouflage from predators. One of the most peculiar aspects of the oarfish's anatomy is its skeleton. Unlike many other fish, the oarfish's bones are soft and weakly ossified. This adaptation allows it to maintain its flexibility in the high-pressure environment of the deep sea. However, it also means that oarfish often break apart when they're brought to the surface, adding to their mysterious nature. The oarfish is a creature of the deep, inhabiting a realm that few humans have ever seen. These fish typically live in the mesopelagic zone of the ocean, ranging from about 650 to 3,300 feet below the surface. This is a world of perpetual twilight, where sunlight barely penetrates and the pressure is intense. In this alien environment, the oarfish has evolved some fascinating behaviors. Unlike many fish that swim horizontally, oarfish are often observed swimming in a vertical position. This unusual posture is thought to help the oarfish hunt for food. Speaking of food, the oarfish's diet is as intriguing as its appearance. Despite its massive size, the oarfish feeds primarily on tiny creatures. Its main prey includes zooplankton, small crustaceans, and occasionally small squid and fish. The oarfish uses its highly protrusible jaws to create suction, drawing in mouthfuls of water along with its prey. Its specialized gill rakers then filter out the food particles, much like a whale's baleen plates. The oarfish's life in the deep sea is still largely a mystery to scientists. We know very little about their social behaviors, their mating habits, or even how long they live. This is partly because oarfish are rarely seen alive in their natural habitat. Most of our knowledge comes from specimens that have washed up on beaches or been accidentally caught in fishing nets. One fascinating aspect of oarfish behavior that scientists have observed is their apparent ability to regenerate their tails. Some specimens have been found with stumpy, regrown tails, suggesting that oarfish might be able to shed part of their tail as a defense mechanism against predators, much like some lizards can shed their tails. The reproductive habits of the oarfish are as mysterious as the fish itself. Scientists believe that oarfish are what's known as broadcast spawners. This means that females release their eggs into the water column, where they're then fertilized by sperm released by nearby males. A single female oarfish can produce an astonishing number of eggs, up to 300,000 in a single spawning event. These eggs are tiny, measuring only about 2 millimeters in diameter, but they pack a big punch. They're filled with oil droplets that make them buoyant, allowing them to float near the ocean surface where they become part of the plankton. After about 3 weeks, these eggs hatch into larvae that bear little resemblance to their parents. These larvae are active swimmers with elongated fins and large mouths, perfectly adapted for life among the plankton. As they grow and develop, they gradually move deeper into the ocean, taking on the characteristic shape and behaviors of adult oarfish. One of the most exciting recent developments in oarfish research came in 2019 when scientists successfully artificially inseminated oarfish eggs and observed them hatching. This breakthrough has provided valuable insights into the early life stages of these enigmatic creatures. One of the most perplexing aspects of oarfish biology is their tendency to occasionally wash up on beaches or be found floating at the surface. These events, known as strandings, have fueled many myths and legends about the oarfish. So why do these deep-sea dwellers sometimes end up on our shores? There are several theories. One is that oarfish may become disoriented by strong currents or storms, which push them into shallow waters where they stingly. There have been cases where multiple oarfish strandings occurred shortly before major earthquakes, leading to the belief in some cultures that oarfish can predict seismic activity. While there's no scientific evidence to support this idea, it highlights how much we still have to learn about these mysterious fish and their connection to their environment. Oarfish strandings, while sad for the individual fish, provide invaluable opportunities for scientists to study piecing together the puzzle of their existence. The oarfish's strange appearance and elusive nature have made it a subject of fascination in various cultures around the world. In addition to its reputation as an earthquake predictor in Japan, the oarfish has inspired numerous legends and myths. In European folklore, sightings of oarfish may have contributed to tales of sea serpents and other marine monsters. Imagine a sailor in the age of exploration, spotting a 30-foot silvery creature undulating through the waves. It's not hard to see how such a sight could transform into stories of fearsome sea beasts. In some Pacific Island cultures, oarfish are seen as omens of change, either good or bad. Their rare appearances are often interpreted as messages from the gods or spirits of the sea. Even in modern times, the oarfish continues to capture our imagination. It has appeared in various forms of media, from documentaries to video games, often portrayed as a mysterious and awe because they live in such deep waters and are rarely encountered. It's challenging for scientists to estimate their numbers or assess any threats they might face. However, like many marine species, oarfish are likely impacted by human activities such as pollution, climate change, and deep-sea fishing. Plastic pollution, in particular, is a growing concern for all marine life, including deep-sea creatures like the oarfish. As technology advances, scientists are gaining new tools to study these elusive giants. Remote-operated vehicles have captured rare footage of oarfish in their natural habitat, providing valuable insights into their behavior and ecology. Genetic studies are helping us understand oarfish population structures and evolutionary history. There's still so much to learn about oarfish. How long do they live? How do they communicate with each other? What role do they play in deep-sea ecosystems? Each new discovery opens up more questions, reminding us of how much remains unknown in the vast depths of our oceans. So, the next time you look out over the ocean, remember the oarfish. Somewhere in those depths, these living legends are swimming, a silvery reminder of the wonders that still exist in our world, at the marvels of the natural world. If this glimpse into the shocking realms of deep has you thirsting to uncover more hair-raising mysteries from our reality's darkest, most primordial frontiers, make sure to comment your thoughts. We can continue to unravel the mysteries of the deep, one bite at a time.